Hi guys, so it's Saturday, it's the day before Easter. I am so unbelievably exhausted. I'm gonna have another pointless kind of talking video today because I have a couple things I've been working on. My family introduction video, I've been working on my mission organization videos, I've been working on some tutorial videos and things like that, but I only have a few minutes right now, and I just wanted to make sure I got a vlog out today. And so I just kind of wanted to update with what's happening and what's going on in my Easter weekend life. Well, I think I mentioned yesterday is good news that my sister's water broke. By 8 o'clock last night, she still wasn't really having any contractions. I'm sorry, my kids are playing. We're about to go pick up Dad from his volunteering at the snack shack for T-ball, but I'll get there in a minute. So, by 8 o'clock last night, she still wasn't really having any regular contractions. So they had her go back to the hospital, and I talked to her around 11 o'clock last night. I got a couple texts from her, and she had still not feeling very much, but they were going to let her, they gave her a sleeping pill, and they were going to let her sleep overnight, and then around 5 o'clock this morning, they were going to start inducing her. Well, last night was a long night for me. I had to cut both my boys' hair and my husband's hair to prepare them for this weekend, you know, all the pictures. By the time we were done cutting hair, it was 8:30. And by the time they were done cutting hair and in the shower and all showered, and by the time we were done doing that and then eating dinner, because we didn't eat dinner before, it was 8:30, 9 o'clock. Then we let the kids simmer down for a little bit, and by the time everybody was in bed, it was 10 o'clock. My husband and I had to do a couple of picking up things around the house, and 11 o'clock I talked to my sister and I was going to bed. Well, I got up almost every hour last night to check my phone, you know, wondering if anything's happening. Didn't hear anything. Kept having crazy dreams last night. I mean, I couldn't even tell you what they were, but I just remember so many of them waking up and being like, that is crazy. Just odd. And a lot of them about babies and my sister and things like that. But I woke up to go pee like every hour to check my phone. You know, just knowing that she was in the hospital, I couldn't sleep. 7 o'clock this morning, my oldest decided to wake up. And he woke up in a horrible mood because we went to bed so late last night. And he woke up at the normal time. He normally wakes up at 7. I got a phone call from my mother, who flew up to Seattle last night to see my sister. And my sister's contractions were 5 minutes apart, but she had just fallen asleep. So I still haven't gotten an update, a full update. But at the time, I thought, well, maybe she was up all night having her own contractions, and maybe she got some pain medication, so she finally was just going to sleep. Or I don't know what happened. Frankly, I'm kind of waiting for the update. But that my mom went to her hotel last night and slept all night, and she was going back, and at 7 she was showering and going back. So we got up. My oldest was in a horrible mood, fighting, you know, just not doing anything, having attitude, just testing his boundaries. Definitely tested my husband's boundaries, which wanted him, basically, it was canceling our plans for the day, which we had a couple Easter egg hunts and all these Easter festivities to do today, and he was canceling them all because my oldest would not cooperate. It turned out that that caused me to be completely emotional because I'm huge on my holidays and my traditions, and I hate missing them, and I always go way out of what should be done. I'm always an overachiever on holidays because those are the memories that I want to build with my kids. I want them to know that I'm always going over and beyond because that's just how I want to share their memories and their traditions. They're just huge for me. So I got really emotional when we weren't going to be able to do it. Turns out my son decided to turn over a new leaf. He was apologizing and just kind of was doing everything he was told. So we went ahead and continued on with our day. We went to one Easter egg hunt that's put on by the local Lions Club. And then we rushed to a local church. And if you know us, we're not very religious, but definitely respect people's views. And we go to this church every year, and they're really, really nice. Hold on, my husband's checking. And then went there. We took the neighbor boy with us, who was a little rough to handle. That's going to have to be a whole nother vlog. Then we went to both those. The kids got a jumpy house to play in, got a hot dog, came home and colored Easter eggs. I'm exhausted just thinking about everything we've done. Came home and colored Easter eggs, and then my stepdad came to look at our garbage disposal, which we need to replace. But at least he got it to where the water's flowing through our sink. And then we had to rush at 1:30 to my kids' t-ball game, which we'd be there at 1:30. Started at 2. About 3 o'clock, it's supposed to be over. By the time we were packed up, and my husband's an assistant coach, so, got to stay around, make sure everybody has everything, figure out schedules, stuff like that. We dropped my husband off at the snack shack where he currently is, because each team member's parents are required to do a 3-hour volunteer at the snack shack, or you can buy out for $30. Excuse me. Oh, and we have 2 kids, so it would have been a 6-hour shift for my husband. So we actually bought out of one, and he's working the other, so it wouldn't cost us $60 or 6 hours. It's only 3 hours and $30. So he's doing that, and while we dropped him off and we came home, the kids and I did tie-dye, which my hands are all blue. The kids are a lot worse. But it actually was pretty fun. They did a really good job and wasn't as messy as I thought. We tie-dyed some shirts for them to wear tomorrow, which we're going to soak them overnight and wash it in the morning. And then we also tie-dyed a bunch of onesies and burp cloths for baby Jackson. And then we cleaned all that up. And now I made my grocery list for tomorrow. I'm going to my sister-in-law's for lunch. She normally does brunch, but this year she's just doing a lunch. And I'm going to make a jalapeno popper pull-apart bread from Pinterest. And I'm going to make the mushroom and provolone cheese pull-apart bread from Pinterest. And I'm going to make the cinnamon roll bread, pull-apart bread from Pinterest. I'm also going to make some popcorn Eastery thing from Pinterest. And some little egg nest from Pinterest, and then I'm making some Pete's s'mores from Pinterest. So that's what I'm going to be working on tonight. So I got my grocery list. My husband's about to get off here in 15 minutes, so I'm going to be out of the house in the next 5. I got to go pick him up. We got to go to the store. We got to get this stuff. It's 5:45 now, so we're going to have to figure out dinner. I got to start cooking all this stuff. But in all the midst of this, my sister had her baby, 6 pounds, 3 ounces. I'm not even sure of the time. I can't get a hold of anybody up there in Seattle. I just got a text afterwards, and we actually got to do a little video chat with Tango on our phones, which is a cool app if you have an iPhone or a Droid. It's Tango video calling. It's so cool. It's better than FaceTime or Skype because you don't have to have an internet connection straight on your phone. So it works really well, especially being in a hospital when you don't really have internet. So we got to meet the baby. It's a little girl. She didn't have any idea what she was wearing or she was having. She still doesn't have a name picked out, and I don't know if she ended up doing a natural birth like she wanted, or I just know that she was in labor from 5:45 yesterday morning all the way until I think it was somewhere around 11 today. So 11 in the afternoon. So long time. So I now have 3 nieces, and I get 3 boys. But this is my sister's first. My 2 other nieces are my husband's sister, who had 2 girls. And so, but it was my sister's first, and she looked exhausted, so I'm just kind of giving them a break, letting them, sleep is just what you need to do in a hospital, and you just don't want people to bug you. So she had her baby, and my husband keeps texting me. He's counting down the minutes, so I'm off. I hope you guys have a great Easter. Maybe I'll put together like a picture slideshow from what I got going today. This weekend I actually pulled out my camera. Shocker, like it's about time. And maybe I'll make a video of the foods that I'm making. I wanted to. It's part of my goals. I don't know. I'm so beyond exhausted. I'm hoping 8 o'clock the boys go down latest. And they hope so the Easter Bunny can come early and Mama can go to bed because I am tired, and I am hoping they sleep in until at least 8 tomorrow because that would be heaven. I'm so tired. Anyways, so I'm off. Happy Easter, everybody.